Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome to the next episode of my WWE 2K15 Universe mode. And as you can see, this will be the last episode of Monday Night Raw before the Extreme Rules pay-per-view there on Sunday. So it has been announced, beginning of this event, that Sheamus will defend his United States Championship in a four-way ladder match at Extreme Rules, and he'll be facing the two guys in our first match that comes out on Winners. Quite bad what that was, I know, but it's going to be Jack Swagger and Cody Rhodes taking on Ryback and Curtis Axel. The winning team will go on to be in that match against Sheamus at Extreme Rules. Also, the winner of Kofi Kingston versus Roman Reigns will also go into that ladder match for the United States Championship. It has already been announced that the Usos will defend their tag team championships against the Vaudevillains at Extreme Rules. Tonight we get to see Jey Uso facing off against Aiden English in one-on-one. We have Rusev taking on Bad News Barrett in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This is a rivalry that's really been heating up over the past few weeks, and I don't expect it to stop tonight. And in our main event this evening, we have John Cena, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Dolph Ziggler, the Intercontinental Champion, taking on Chris Jericho, who will face Ziggler at Extreme Rules for that title, and Daniel Bryan, who will face Cena for the World Heavyweight title. So, without further ado, let's get straight into our first match. So, like I said, our first match will be Cody Rhodes and Jack Swagger taking on Ryback and Curtis Axel. And we're going to start off with Ryback and Swagger in the ring. Swagger getting straight in with that German suplex. I would say Ryback and Curtis Axel probably got the advantage here because they are an established tag team here in the Universe mode. However, this is maybe the first time I can ever recall ever seeing Jack Swagger and Cody Rhodes teaming together. Remember, the winning team here will be two of the competitors to go in that fatal four-way at Extreme Rules against Sheamus for the United States Championship. Ryback now bringing in Curtis Axel, and Ryback and Axel showing their tag team experience together, knowing what each other's doing with that tag team maneuver. But Swagger coming back against Axel. Axel Mania is trying to run wild, but Swagger's holding him back, but now Axel has Swagger up in that vertical suplex. Drops him down hard. Swagger throwing Axel into the corner. And now Swagger bringing in Cody Rhodes. Now these two guys, I don't know what they're going for. It looks like a double super back suplex on Curtis Axel. He hits the ground hard. And Cody Rhodes taking Ryback straight off of the apron. But Axel's back up. Cody's gone out to meet Ryback, but he sees Curtis is back on his feet. Comes back in the ring. He gets Curtis up in that suplex. Cody Rhodes did a great job here. Quite a big build-up for that knee drop. Cody lifting Axel back to his feet, but Axel catches the boot and hits that belly-to-belly slam. The two guys in the ring both come from big wrestling families. You see, Curtis Axel's the son of the Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, and Cody Rhodes being the son of Dusty Rhodes. Cody looks to bring in Swagger, which he does. Axel takes the back elbow. Swagger spinning him around and throwing Axel into the corner. And again, Cody Rhodes and Jack Swagger working very well together. And again, Cody Rhodes just taking Ryback off of the apron. And Ryback's had enough. He's straight in against Cody Rhodes, throwing him into that corner. Has to leave the ring though. Referee threatening to disqualify him. Curtis Axel trying to get Cody Rhodes in the tree away, but Cody breaks free straight away. Axel just dropping Cody Rhodes in that scoop slam. Only a 2 count. Ryback just taunting to the crowd. Axel with that Back neck breaker. Gonna go for the pin again. Swagger's in quickly to break it up though. Swagger just gets Cody Rhodes just gets thrown over the top rope by Curtis Axel. Curtis goes out to meet him. What does he have planned here? Curtis Axel just throwing Cody Rhodes into that corner. What's Axel done? Oh, Axel just spears Cody Rhodes through the corner of the barricade there. Done some damage to himself as well. And now Ryback just stomping Cody Rhodes down on the outside. Axel probably not very clever there. He's actually broken the count by coming back out to meet them. And Cody Rhodes looks to make his way back in the ring. This is sort of broken down on the outside now. Ryback and Swagger having a bit of argy-bargy on the outside. Great move there as Ryback just turned Cody Rhodes round and let Axel come running in with that neck breaker. All four of these guys now fighting on the outside. Swagger throws Axel back into the ring. Cody Rhodes goes in to try and gain some advantage to the damage that's been done on the outside. Cody picking Axel up and kicking him in the stomach while he's rested on the top ropes. Looks like we got a crossroads. Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads. Could this be all? Swagger takes Ryback out. Could Swagger and Cody Rhodes be going on to Extreme Rules to fight for the United States Championship? And they are. Cody Rhodes and Jack Swagger will be joining Sheamus in that ladder match at Extreme Rules. There was the crossroads. Swagger came straight in, speared Ryback off of the apron. Ryback was nowhere to be found, couldn't get in to break that pin. Swagger and Rhodes obviously very happy with themselves here. Shaking hands. Obviously appreciate each other's work. These two guys know now they've got a title opportunity at Extreme Rules. Great victory for these two. Maybe even a future tag team, who knows? Seem to have some great chemistry together anyway. So our second match of the evening is Kofi Kingston taking on Roman Reigns. And as I said earlier, this is also a qualifier match for the United States Championship ladder match. So here we go with our second match then. It's going to be Kofi Kingston, Roman Reigns, both fighting to join Sheamus, Cody Rhodes and Jack Swagger in that four-way ladder match for the United States Championship. Backbreaker there by Roman Reigns. Kofi's back to his feet though, throwing Roman over the top rope. And now just drop kicking Roman to the floor. Roman comes back into the ring though. Kofi's got him back again. Roman fighting out there with those boots to the stomach. Kofi with the arm drag. Pulling Roman Reigns into the centre of the ring. He's going to go for a pin, but surely nowhere near enough damage done on Roman Reigns yet, as we see. Back elbows by Roman Reigns on Kofi. Back suplex by Roman Reigns. Going to pin Kofi, only a 1 count. Roman gets thrown into the turnbuckle. Oh, sorry, Roman throws Kofi into the turnbuckle. Goes for the pin again, but only a 1 count. Going to have to do some more damage. Again, Roman throwing Kofi Kingston to the opposite turnbuckle this time and hitting that running forearm into the corner. Brings Kofi back to his feet, but Kofi fights his way and gets that jumping clothesline. And now just boots to the knee of Roman Reigns, trying to damage his leg, and Roman Reigns with that brutal kick to the stomach. Pulling Kofi back into the centre of the ring, but Kofi's back up on his feet. Twisting the arm of Reigns. Hitting a drop kick. He's back with that jumping clothesline. Kofi's taking the top off of the announce table. He should have really taken advantage while he had Roman Reigns down. Roman Reigns comes out to meet him with that clothesline. And now what's Roman planning on here? A Samoan drop, and Kofi caught that announce table. Took it out. Kofi Kingston must be regretting even considering bringing that announce table into play now as he gets Samoan dropped through it. Roman Reigns back into the ring. And there's the huge spear on Kofi Kingston. That has got to be all. Roman Reigns looks set to go on to Extreme Rules here to fight for the United States Championship too. Oh no, Kofi Kingston kicks out. How did Kofi Kingston kick out? He's been put through the announce table and speared by Roman Reigns. Kofi again bouncing off of that top turnbuckle, then getting hit with a headbutt by Roman. Kofi with that jumping clothesline. Brings Roman back to his feet. Roman pinged off the far rope, and Kofi looks to go for the SOS and hits it. 1, 2, 3. Kofi Kingston defeats Roman Reigns here. Kofi Kingston is going on to fight for the United States Championship in the ladder match at Extreme Rules. Astounding victory here by Kofi Kingston, showing his resilience to survive the damage he did from Roman Reigns. To get put through that announce table with a Samoan drop and then hit with a spear almost straight after. To kick out of the pinfall and come back like that. Kofi, as you can see, is incredibly pleased with himself, and he will now be going on to Extreme Rules to fight for the United States Championship. Great victory for Kofi. I don't think anyone saw this win coming. So our third match of the evening is going to be Jey Uso taking on Aiden English. Jimmy Uso and Simon Gotch will be at ringside. So at least in this match I actually know which Uso is which Uso is itch. Jey Uso is the one in the ring and Jimmy's the one outside. Aiden English starting off well here. We saw the Vaudevillains win the #1 contenders match against the Job Squad a couple of weeks back. They lost in a singles match last week to the Usos though. So Aiden English will be looking to try and get a victory here to build some momentum going into the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And there's a splash in the corner by Jey Uso. A Samoan drop by Jey Uso as well. Elbow drop to the back. Bringing Aiden English back to his feet. And Aiden English that running drop kick. Putting Jey Uso into the centre ring is going to go for the pin. Only a 1 count if that. Jimmy Uso was up on the apron but was quickly back down after his teammate had kicked out of the pin. Jumping elbow drop by Jey Uso. This is going to go for the butterfly suplex. Great move by Jey Uso. Brings Aiden English back to his feet. Hits him with that back kick. Aiden English fighting back there with that little over the top fireman's carry. Again, not even a 1 count. There's a neck breaker by Aiden English. English hits the neck breaker. Going to go for the pin. Referee distracted by Jimmy Uso. Aiden English could have won this match there. English now taking Jey Uso up onto the turnbuckle. Hit a jumping hip toss. English spins Uso around and hits that big rock bottom style move. I'm going to call it the curtain call. And again, Jimmy Uso up on the apron to distract the referee. Aiden English should have won the match there. Is the referee going to accept much more than this? Again, English goes for the pin, but the referee is still distracted by Jimmy Uso. Great running forearm by Jey Uso. Brings English back to his feet and throws him up for that Samoan drop. Going to go for the pin, and now Simon Gotch up on the apron on the other side. Referee distracted by Simon Gotch. We should have known this might have happened in this match. Referee still distracted by Simon Gotch. Jey Uso coming back on the control though. And there's the big super kick. Massive super kick. Uso pulls English into the centre of the ring, and again Simon Gotch up on the apron. But not enough this time. The referee takes the count. And Jey Uso picks up the singles victory against Aiden English. There's the Samoan drop. Big super kick there by Jey Uso. Referee ignores Simon Gotch and makes the 3 count. The Usos pick up a good win here, building some momentum going into the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So now into our 4th match of the evening. It's going to be the Falls Count Anywhere match between Rusev and Bad News Barrett. Bad News Barrett sprints into the ring. Doesn't want to wait to get this one started, and there's the Fez press straight onto Rusev. Bad News Barrett not taking a second to rest in this one, straight into this match. Picks Rusev up and hits him with the winds of change. Gonna go straight for the pin. 1. Only a 1 count though on Rusev. Straight into the bullhammer. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Rusev kicks out of the bullhammer. Wasn't a lot of damage before that taken by Rusev, I must admit. Barrett thought the quick bullhammer could finish this one off for him. Rusev throwing away Barrett into the opposite corner. Starting to take a bit of control now with these headbutts on Bad News Barrett, and now just a stomp in the corner, followed by the knee across the chest. Bad News Barrett the snapmare, then the elbow drop. Rusev now with the kicks. That's got to hurt Rusev a lot with no shoes. Them kicks have got to be painful for Rusev. There's a Saito suplex. I mean, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, yet this match has not gone outside the ring at all as yet. Bad News Barrett with a clubbing blow to the back of Rusev. Now there's that reverse suplex. And now just clubbing blows into the face of Rusev. Barrett picking him up now. And goes for another reverse suplex. He's on his way out of the ring. What's he looking for here? Looks like he's under the ring for a weapon. And he's got a kendo stick. But Rusev fights that kendo stick away from him and hits him with a belly-to-belly slam on the outside. Or the belly-to-belly suplex, should I say. He's going to go for the pin. 1. Referee was very slow getting down. Now Barrett fighting his way back to his feet. Bad as Barrett picks up the kendo stick before he comes back in the ring, and Rusev takes the kendo stick off of him and just catches Barrett across the front with that kendo stick, and now just beating the back away Barrett with this kendo stick. Barrett manages to roll away, but only to be hit in the face with the kendo stick. Rusev now with clubbing blows, locking in the headlock, but bad as Barrett reverses with another back suplex. Now Barrett's got the kendo stick, but Rusev fights it out away from him. And again, Rusev with that kendo stick. Barrett fighting back there with that belly-to-belly slam. What's Barrett got in mind here? Back on the outside of the ring. He's going underneath the ring again. Rusev catches him though. Bad as Barrett with the boot to the stomach. And to pick him up the suplex, but Rusev reverses it into the neckbreaker. Some elbow drops now by Rusev. Rusev slides back into ring, gets a hold of that kendo stick, and Wade Barrett again takes the kendo stick to the face, and now Rusev just slamming it across his back as well. Rusev with the boot to the stomach of Wade Barrett. Now Barrett going over the top of Rusev. Rusev calling for it here. He has Barrett up in that side slam. Could this be all? 1, 2, 3, and it is. Rusev comes out victorious against Bad News Barrett from that side slam. And I think you've got to give an assist to that kendo stick. Did a lot of damage. This is very early in the match. Wade Barrett hit the Windsor change and the bullhammer elbow very early, but Rusev fought his way back into this one. This was that attempted suplex on the outside. Rusev reversed into a neckbreaker, and this is that side slam by Rusev that ultimately finished the match 1, 2, and 3. Great victory here for Rusev. And in comes Lana. I dare say we'll be seeing this match again at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So now it's time for our main event here this evening. It's the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler and John Cena taking on the #1 contenders Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan. So we're going to start off with Cena, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Chris Jericho, the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, in the ring. This would be a great way for either of these two sides to build up the momentum going into the pay-per-view. We've seen over the past 4 weeks, Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho both got 1 victory each over each other. So Extreme Rules will be a chance to see which of these two guys come out on top. Chris Jericho, obviously a legend of the Intercontinental Championship, just wants to never run with that title. And can you really deny him? Dolph Ziggler, being the fighting Intercontinental Champion he is, he was happy to accept the challenge. We've seen a similar run here for Daniel Bryan as well. He challenged Cena to a match, was asked to prove himself, and defeated Cena in a non-title match. Cena then went on to defeat Daniel Bryan the week after. So these two guys are at 1 win apiece as well. At Extreme Rules, one of them will come out on top and be that World Heavyweight Champion. Daniel Bryan round the back of Cena now and dropping him in that back suplex. Just slamming the arm of Cena into the mat. Cena throws Daniel Bryan into the corner. Went for that shoulder block in the corner. Daniel Bryan reversed it and threw Cena's face into that middle turnbuckle pad. Now there's the round the world neckbreaker by Daniel Bryan. Ziggler tags himself in, much to the bemusement of John Cena. Ziggler brings himself in. However, it seems to have worked as he works over Daniel Bryan. Beautiful drop kick. Ziggler tripping Daniel Bryan, then using some great collegiate wrestling moves. Now that drop kick to the side of the head. He brings Bryan up. Went for another drop kick. Bryan slaps it away. And Bryan with that round the world neckbreaker. Back elbow by Ziggler, then went to follow up with that clothesline. Daniel Bryan reversed into the hip toss, now slamming the arm of Ziggler into the mat. Obviously working towards that label lock. Oh, great suplex there by Daniel Bryan. Ziggler throws Bryan into the corner, then hits that splash. And now a drop kick to the side of the head of Daniel Bryan. And Bryan eats that enziguri by Ziggler. Ziggler with a German suplex. And now looks like he's going to go for another drop kick, but Daniel Bryan straight back to his feet. Ziggler catches him in the front chancery. Bryan reverses. Again stomping on the arm. Daniel Bryan twisting the arm now and Irish whipping Ziggler into the corner. Oh, and here he goes over the top of Ziggler. Underneath the clothesline, comes out of an elbow. Just has to lock it in the lapel lock, and he's got it. Lapel lock on Ziggler. Jericho blocks Cena. Jericho had full control of John Cena there. Ziggler managed to break out of the submission hold though. That little fireman's carry over the top. Jericho with the knee to the Ziggler to the knee to the face to Daniel Bryan, and now stamping on Bryan's arm. Bryan tried to avoid that clothesline. I think he managed to get away from it. Chris Jericho comes into the ring. These two guys will face each other for the Intercontinental Championship at Extreme Rules. Big knee to the face by Jericho. Now stamping on the arm of Ziggler. What's Jericho going for here? He's got Ziggler up and hits him with a powerbomb. Then goes over the top for the pin. 1, 2. Cena manages to break it up. Not quite sure Ziggler would have got out of that himself. Snap suplex by Jericho. Then just a kick to the back of Ziggler. And again, stomping on the arm. He's going to go for the pin here on Ziggler. 1, 2. Cena breaks it. I think Ziggler had kicked out anyway. Ziggler with the elbow to the back. Jawbreaker by Ziggler. Ziggler comes across and brings in John Cena. Cena takes a neck breaker from Chris Jericho. And now just stomps to the floor. Cena with that big scoop slam. Going to go for the pin straight from that. Barely even a 1 count on Jericho. Jericho now with that back elbow and the jawbreaker. Rolling Cena over, but Cena fights his way back to his feet. And a big lariat. And the knees to the face of Jericho, now just slamming Jericho's arm onto the mat. Cena had Jericho up in that full Nelson into the neckbreaker. Ziggler tried to take Daniel Bryan out. Oh, now Cena into the AA. That's got to be all. Daniel Bryan couldn't make it in time. And the champion team of John Cena, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, come out here on top in this tag team match. The number one contenders, Jericho and Daniel Bryan, suffer the loss. Here's that half Nelson into the neckbreaker, which we thought might be it. Ziggler had Daniel Bryan distracted in that situation, and straight into the AA. And Daniel Bryan was just too slow into the ring to break it up. Could this be the sight we see at the end of Extreme Rules? The two champions with their hands held high. Or will it be a very different picture? Make sure you tune in for that one. Well guys, that is the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching if you did get this far. Please like and subscribe. Check out my channel for all my other universe modes are currently going on in my playlists. Yeah, thank you very much for watching and please come back.